For decades, we've all just accepted that the Bermuda Triangle is, well, a graveyard. You know, a cold, desolate stretch of ocean where ships, planes, and thousands of lost souls just vanish. We've all heard those eerie stories, right? Compasses spinning wildly before the dark water claims its next victim. But what if our entire understanding of this is just fundamentally wrong? Today, we're diving deep into the source material of a chilling alternative reality. Hidden accounts suggest we've actually been staring into a mirror this whole time, completely blind to what's behind the glass. What if that famous fog isn't a shroud of death, but a veil?
Because when you look closely at the phenomenon of the vanishing, it might not be a zone of random tragic accidents at all. Some speculative framing from ancient texts, and even a few modern whistleblower accounts, points to something meticulously deliberate. Imagine it. You're descending rapidly. The icy black water suddenly tears open into this shimmering turquoise energy field. The world you know is just gone. The crushing pressure vanishes, and is replaced by this impossible, vibrating hum. It's not a sinkhole pulling the doomed into the mud. It's a gateway, pulling the chosen into the light.
So, is it a graveyard or a gateway? Deep beneath the crushing weight of the Atlantic, the answer is supposedly waiting in total silence. Down in the absolute dark, way past the reach of sunlight, lies a high-tech glass sanctuary. It's known as ATEC, but here is the real paradigm shift. The detail in these files that absolutely shatters everything we thought we knew isn't just its impossible location, it's the timeline. Ancient accounts suggest it's built directly upon the crushed ruins of Atlantis. Yet, ATEC itself isn't an ancient ruin. It was constructed just decades ago.
The name itself carries a pretty heavy implication. ATEC. A for Atlantis, bound to tech, representing extraterrestrial technology. And the accounts of this place are clinical, almost terrifying. They describe a sprawling city of pure, blinding light, built from this indestructible, transparent glass. This material completely defies our understanding of physics. It effortlessly withstands deep-sea pressures that would instantly crush our most advanced military submarines like tin cans. And inside those transparent walls, a fully self-sustaining ecosystem hums quietly. It literally splits the venomous deep seawater, pumping pure oxygen and fresh water into the vacuum.
The geometry of it is staggering. 7 perfectly expanding, glowing rings. This kind of precision suggests a highly advanced, methodical intelligence that is just far beyond anything we can engineer right now. At the very center, there's a massive 500-meter-wide circle. It burns with a cold, steady light, pushing energy out into those 7 concentric circles. It rests down there on the ocean floor like this massive, illuminated mandala, a silent, humming machine hidden in the darkest abyss of our planet. Perfect, pristine, and completely undetected by the ships sailing blindly miles above it. But it isn't empty. Hidden possibilities indicate that humans and extraterrestrials actually coexist right now in these glowing corridors, moving completely in the shadows, entirely hidden from us on the surface. And you can't just dive down there. Access by any normal human means is impossible. The only way in or out is through submerged, highly advanced docks. Unidentified submerged objects, these craft made of pure, seamless metal, glide effortlessly through the pitch-black water. They slip into massive, square underwater openings that curve upward, taking them directly into the glowing heart of the city. But why there? Why build this magnificent, terrifying structure in literally the deadliest waters on Earth? Well, hidden accounts suggest the Bimini Portal, sitting dead center in the Bermuda Triangle, is no geographical accident. It acts as a massive, natural amplifier, an energetic hill, if you will. Ancient texts actually called it one of Earth's strongest energy chakras. It's essentially a raw, bleeding wound in the fabric of our reality. It allows ships from the Pleiades, in entirely different dimensions, to just tear through into our ocean. It's an intersection of cosmic highways, and something like that requires immense regulation.
Which brings us to our first major revelation, a chilling one. A Tautech is not some military stronghold. It isn't a staging ground for an invasion. It is a galactic peace zone, a strict, heavily enforced neutral territory. Bitter cosmic enemies, entities that literally wage endless wars across the stars, are bound by an unbreakable treaty here. Down in the crushing depths of our ocean, they are forced to temporarily lay down their arms. It's an interstellar sanctuary, shimmering peacefully in the deep, maintaining this delicate cosmic truce right beneath our fragile, completely oblivious world.
But you know, a mandated peace doesn't exactly mean they're just sitting around. They are the observers.
These extraterrestrial entities use this massive transport hub to closely monitor human behavior. We aren't their hosts, we are their subjects. They're watching us intently as we teeter right on the precarious edge of our own evolution, and quite frankly, our own potential self-destruction. We're this grand experiment violently playing out on a planetary stage, while shadowy silhouettes just observe, watching our every failure and triumph from the absolute safety of their indestructible glass rings.
So, how does a facility of this impossible magnitude even power itself in the suffocating black of the ocean? Some believe, and ancient accounts strongly suggest, that the massive, lost crystals of Atlantis never actually died. They're still down there, buried deep in the silt and rock beneath the glowing dome. These crystalline pyramids supposedly continue to maintain the portal. They emit this high-pitched, bone-rattling frequency that powers the entire city from the depths. The physical stone of Atlantis might have been obliterated millennia ago, but its etheric core, it's still screaming silently, feeding the modern marvel of AdTech resting right above its grave.
Now, you might be asking, are your leaders watching? Because the most deeply buried accounts in this material suggest something profoundly unsettling. This isn't just an isolated alien endeavor happening behind our backs. The secret pact exposed in these files reveals that world governments aren't merely aware of ATEC. No, they are active, complicit participants in its daily operations. Human military leaders and shadowed officials are walking those glass corridors right now. They're shaking hands with luminous beings in the crushing depths of the ocean floor, trading our planetary sovereignty for a seat at the cosmic table. And their involvement? It requires a terrifying sacrifice of the self. The sources detail how special, highly classified military units actually utilize astral travel to traverse the sanctuary. By forcibly detaching their consciousness from their physical forms, they completely bypass traditional, agonizingly slow space travel. They use the powerful gateways within OATEC to conduct complex missions across the stars, reaching distant burning nebulae in a matter of minutes. The physical body just stays strapped in a cold, sterile lab chair somewhere on the surface, while the mind walks the alien glass corridors of OATEC. Literally, a ghost in a machine. But recently, that pristine, sterile peace within ATEC was completely shattered. The accounts narrate a truly chilling event, an exodus. Certain dark forces apparently used ATEC's southern stargate as a desperate, chaotic escape route from Earth. They were fleeing, tearing through the water, aggressively pursued by glowing light craft. It seems they were attempting to outrun a coming, catastrophic judgment. The silent ocean deep suddenly erupted into a staging ground for a fast-paced, violent cosmic getaway. The peace zone was breached. The sanctuary was compromised.
And the terrifying aftermath of that violent exodus was absolute. The sources describe the heavy, slamming finality of a massive portal closing deep within the freezing waters. It was like a lock engaging on a planetary scale. It effectively sealed off the deep ocean from the stars, leaving whatever was left behind permanently trapped in our reality. The gateway was violently shut. That serene neutral zone transformed instantly into a sealed, inescapable vault. And those dark forces that didn't make it through in time, well, they are still here, with us.
Which leads to our final, terrifying revelation. Entering these cursed waters is the ultimate gamble. You see, the Bermuda Triangle isn't just one door. It's a fractured mirror. Drift slightly to the left, and you are pulled into the Pleiadian portal, a pathway deeply associated with salvation, warm, enveloping light, and profound spiritual healing. But stumble just a fraction off course to the right, and you fall down the reptilian portal, a dark, jagged, absolute nightmare. A descent into a grim, industrial underwater abyss from which nothing and no one ever returns.
This horrifying duality? It actually explains the thousands of missing souls scattered across the history of the Triangle. It provides a terrifying clarity to the vanishings we examined at the start of this explainer. While some of those terrified sailors and pilots who disappeared into the fog were allegedly saved, pulled from the brink into the blinding light of ATEC, others stumbled blindly into the dark. They were pulled down the jagged path, harvested, taken by the nightmare that lurks perfectly parallel to the zone of peace.
So, where does that leave us, sitting comfortably up here on the surface? Well, look at the technology around you right now. The sleek, seamless glass circuitry, the invisible fiber optics buried beneath your streets, the powerful, glowing screen you're staring into at this very moment. Hidden accounts suggest that the advanced technology of ATEC is being intentionally, systematically leaked to our world. It's a calculated drip feed, a form of psychological conditioning designed to prepare us for a new era, an era where we finally merge with the deep. But we must stay human. As this alien technology rapidly advances, weaving itself into the very fabric of our minds and our daily routines, our fundamental humanity is being eroded. Our true identity is being tested like never before in the history of our species. We are willingly merging with the glass, becoming dangerously reliant on the technology of the abyss. And if we aren't careful, we'll lose ourselves entirely in the digital glitch of this new, manufactured reality. So are we ready to face the residents of the Glass City? Or will we simply repeat the fatal, arrogant mistakes of Atlantis? That's the haunting reflection these accounts force upon us. If the shimmering gates of Atech truly open to the surface world in our lifetime, are we evolved enough to walk those glowing corridors in peace? Or will our arrival just drag the unending chaos, blood, and destruction of the surface world down into the deep, corrupting the sanctuary forever?
Look deeper. As we end our descent into this material today, let this final thought linger in the dark. We spend so much of our existence looking up at the horizon, right? Desperately searching the distant, cold stars for answers to our origins and our saviors. But if these hidden possibilities hold even a fraction of the truth, the ultimate reality isn't out there in the empty vacuum of space. It's waiting silently right beneath the surface. Stay vigilant, and never forget what lies hidden in the deep.